the repeat of episode 2, just the darkest day arc, though, because the rest was fine. I just messed up that arc. That was pretty stupid. Alright, so Christian has a shiny Typhlosion. Well, it's actually a Quilava. Because it's black. I changed up the shiny and made so it's black. Its back is black now. I'm kidding, it's normal, it's not a shiny. So with this, let's get into this. After Christian's heavy loss against Bede, he heals his Pokemon up, and this is when Ash is, all that crap. So let's get in when Ash is fighting Chairman Rose, and Go is fighting Oleana, Christian is fighting Bede. He says, Quilava, flamethrower! But then its flamethrower easily misses. Then it slams into the ground. Beats it with a Hatterene Psychic. Beat says, use Psyshock. Rocks come hurling at it, and these rocks are way bigger than a normal Psyshock would be. They're humongous rocks that have been compressed into one giant one. As it shoots it out, Quilava tries to hit it with flamethrower, but is knocked back by it. And he can't seem to hit it because Bede is spamming Psychic, making pebbles and rocks come at Quilava, and Quilava has to dodge all of them until it's hit by one, knocking it back again. Remember, they're inside the building. They're on the floor below Ash, but on the floor above Go. So he's basically in the middle. Christian's still battling as hard as he can against Bede. It's not working. Oh yeah, he's fighting Bede's Copperajah and Hatterene. Christian's only using one Pokemon. Because he still doesn't want to use any more. He thinks Quilava can win this. He says, Quilava, flamethrower! As it does, and it hits Hatterene and Copperajah, but barely does anything. Actually, no, it's Quilava and Umbreon. Umbreon is hitting Dark Pulse on Copperajah, but it's barely doing anything, as all they're doing is running away. Christian says, use Dark Pulse on yourself, Umbreon, and get faster! Umbreon does it and gets even faster and blitzing around, not trying to get hit. As Christian says, Quilava, use Quick Attack to get out of there! As it's jumping around. Then, out of nowhere, a giant beam comes to the ground from Eternatus and knocks back Christian and Ash on the top floor. As Christian catches Umbreon, but sadly Quilava moved out of the way. As Christian says, Umbreon, you alright? As Umbreon's unconscious. As then, Copperajah and Hatterene are ready to kill Christian with a full power attack. They launch a giant boulder. Combined, Copperajah smashes the floor and throws it up in the air, while Hatterene compresses into a giant spear and launches it at Christian. Umbreon is knocked out, so it can't do anything, and Christian's nervous. But then something happens. Quilava's in front of it. Quilava jumps in front of it and starts holding it with its paws, but it's struggling a lot. Christian says, Quilava, you don't have to do this, it's fine! You could just let go and let it hit me, it doesn't matter! But Quilava's not giving up. It's not going to let its trainer and its training partner die, as he is forcing itself to grow arms. Then it starts to glow, just like Ash's Riolu is glowing at the same time. As he goes, dun, 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 dun. As it evolves into Typhlosion and crushes the rock, it roars out. Then Typhlosion roars out. Okay, that was funny. That's just... Alright, you know what? Quilava's still Typhlosion is now holding the drill, the spear, as he's holding it with little to no difficulty, as then Typhlosion crushes it, and then it goes. Christian goes, whoa, as he pulls out his Pokedex, and it says, Typhlosion, the fire badger Pokemon, a fire type. Typhlosion when Typhlosion rubs its fur, it can create fiery explosions. Even though it doesn't really exist, I don't know why it says that, but it can't even learn explosion. Then he says, whoa, as then they shoot another rock. But then Typhlosion charges it. Christian says, flamethrower! But then a wave of fire hits Christian. And then he realizes Typhlosion's got a better move than Flamethrower. He goes, use blue flare! As then it charges up so much blue flames in its mouth that the flame on its back turns blue. As then it launches this attack with full force, no regard for anything. It annihilates that thing and hits both of them. As Beat says, my precious Pokemon! But then he's hit by the blue flames. As he goes, oh! As he falls and is never seen again. His Pokemon are gone with him. He goes, yeah! As he fist bumps Typhlosion as Umbreon's back up. Christian gave it a berry, which heals it up. As he hugged Typhlosion, saying, we did it, guys! Now let's head up top. Return Umbreon, you had a good rest, buddy. But Umbreon refuses to go back in. He goes, fine. Then they head to the top. He already sees Ashton go and says, Ash, go! Go and Ash say, as they've already done the thing where they see their Pokemon. Ash says, whoa, what Pokemon is that? Christian says, Typhlosion. Cool, right? Typhlosion's flames on its back are already lit, just saying. As he goes, cool. Christian says, let's go, guys. Let's take it down. Ash says, yeah. Ash says, Lucario, Aurasphere, Pikachu, Thunderbolt. Go says, Cinderace, Pyro Ball. Christian says, Typhlosion, Blue Flare. Umbreon, Dark Pulse. All of them hit it, and this time it does a lot more damage since they have 2 extra Pokemon, with one of them having one of the most overpowered fire moves in the game, in the entire anime. Launching it down. As then he's then they get all launched back by an Eternabeam. As they're all launched back. Christian says, I can do this, guys. If I can get close, you two use that sword and shield. I heard in a legend in a book that you can summon 2 strong wolf Pokemon that are pretty strong. They're legendary Pokemon in this region. Kind of like Kyogre and Groudon and Rayquaza of the Hoenn region. Ash says, let's go. Him and Go pull out the sword and shield as Christian says, Corviknight. As he says, Corviknight, get me and Typhlosion up there. We can probably hit it a lot. As Corviknight expands its wings, as big as it possibly can, as then Christian and Typhlosion jump on top, as Christian says, use Flamethrower, Typhlosion, because it can't use Blue Flare that much. As he goes, as it launches, flying while Corviknight's slowly hitting it with Steel Wing. Zacian and Zamazenta come as Christian's hit by a Dynamax cannon. As Christian goes, But then he's caught by Zacian. He goes, whoa, Zacian! As then he jumps down going, ugh. As he says, return Corviknight, as Corviknight's knocked out because of how hard that hit was. And then he says, alright, Umbreon, use Moonlight and heal everyone in the battle! As Moonlight heals them up, everybody. As he goes, alright! As then Zacian and Zamazenta use Behemoth Bash and Behemoth Blade, which destroy Eternatus. Ash says, use Lucario! And the good animation comes, as they launch it with such compressed energy that it launches and explodes on Eternatus. Then we have the next thing, which is Ghost Cinderace launching Pyro Ball, and Ash's Pikachu launches Thunderbolt. Christian says, Umbreon, as Umbreon's pretty tired, it can't use any moves, as Christian says, let's use your final signature move! As he runs under Eternatus, as he says, use Eruption! Well, actually, no, I don't know where Eruption comes from in Typhlosion's mouth. I'm gonna say it comes from its mouth in a stronger beam than Flamethrower. Typhlosion launches into the sky, as then tons of lava rains from the sky, tons of fire and lava rain from the sky as they hit down on Eternatus. Then Zacian and Zamazenta do a combined Behemoth attack, which knocks out Eternatus as Ash, Christian, and Go would catch Eternatus. And then after that, let's just go to Mewtwo. So they learn about a Mew sighting, but it's really Mewtwo. When they head there, Christian says, Typhlosion! As Typhlosion launches out a Flamethrower, Ash's Lucario launches out an Aura Spear, and then we also have Pyro Ball from Cinderace. Mewtwo easily denies these attacks and is like, nope. Christian says, jump in the air and use Blue Flare! As it launches against the ground. Crap. As it's cutting off Mewtwo's ability to run or fly away. He says, Ash, go! Get it on the ground! Try and get it flat on his back and I can take it out! Ash and Go are spamming their attacks, their Pokemon's attacks, which are forcing it down into the ground. Christian says, Typhlosion, dive bomb! As Typhlosion dives into and holds down holds down ya boy, Mewtwo, as he says, alright Typhlosion, use Blue Flare! But then Mewtwo teleports. And it's no longer in the area, it's underground. Like, it's in the core of the earth, basically. So Typhlosion hasn't even charged, Typhlosion's charging it up as it goes. As then he goes,
you can make the world a brighter place for yourself and others by donating plasma at CSL Plasma.
What?
Over $1,000 this month, and help people with rare and serious diseases. Visit your local CSL Plasma Center and start donating today.
As then Mewtwo's gone, as Typhlosion doesn't know what's going on as it roars. As then Christian says, uh-oh, as Typhlosion is not gonna, as Christian says, use Blue Flare at the ground, as he goes. Then looks at the ground and blasts it open. Mewtwo's confused at what the heck's happening, as in it launches to the ground where Mewtwo is. Mewtwo is shocked as it does what Kong just did, as it's launching hitting the ground. Then Typhlosion looks down at Mewtwo and goes, but then it's hit by a rock and then everything collapses on it. Mewtwo teleports back and launches a Psy Strike. He goes, even though that Typhlosion hit me a lot and did a lot of damage, that ceases to amaze me. You guys, as Mewtwo just teleports away.